All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I'll bet that. Ooh.
Let me make something crystal clear. I've never carried a route. I've never slung a satchel. I've never hoofed 12 miles in 100-degree heat. But you know what I've done? I've drove for this damn service. I've delivered to every station in my area. I watched entire units collapse underneath their own weight. So no, I wasn't inside your route, but I've been close enough to smell the burnout, close enough to hear the grumblings, close enough to see the culture rot from both ends. And now I'm the bad guy because I said what too many of y'all are scared to say out loud. The truth isn't disrespect. Some of y'all came at me like I slapped your mama. All because I said 12 call outs in one station. That's not okay. I didn't say resting isn't bad. I said when we're losing the craft, when the culture celebrates dysfunction, because that's what you guys are doing. You're celebrating the dysfunction. And just because the truth stings, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. The original quote that sparked all of this, it came from a fellow carrier that I pinned in the post, my comments. One of your own. So, maybe the question isn't why I said it. Maybe it's why so many of you felt exposed when I did. Voice of the voiceless. I've always said I'm the voice of the voiceless, not the popular, not the protected. I don't make videos for the ones that want sugar. I make them for the ones who show up tired, broken, and still give a damn. This is for the carriers that get dragged into chaos because someone else decided they just ain't feeling it today. This is for the truck drivers who gets delayed for hours waiting on mail, buried at a station full of no-shows. This is for the new hires who come in all wide-eyed and I see every day, ready for work, and then quit within 3 weeks. Because the vibe at the station y'all work at, is basura, garbage. That, my friends, is who I speak for. Well, let's talk about your insecurities for a second. You're not angry because I'm wrong. You're angry because I exposed your coping mechanism. You're not talking to a child. You're talking to a 50-year-old adult with 6 kids that are probably half of your ages and 8 grandchildren. I know I look good for my age and you hate it, yeah? Just talking shit right now. See, it's easy to blame the system than face the fact that some of y'all have checked out. It's easier to scream, you didn't walk routes, you never did this before, Jay, than to admit that you don't even give a full day's effort in months. You want to say, oh, he's in management. Just because I'm intelligent enough to have information and people from all aspects, from top to bottom, makes me the wrong person. I think you need to look within. That makes me different than you. But here's what's real. You can be tired and wrong. You can be mistreated and still do damage. You can be a postal worker and still part of the problem. Accountability ain't an attack. All it is just a mirror. Boom! Right in your face. This is why the craft is bleeding out. And y'all are arguing over whose paper cut hurts more. Management plays games. Yup. Morale is shot. Absolutely. Burnout is rampant. 100%. But none of y'all justifies. None of that can even begin to justify all of the mass call-outs for the mail handlers, the ones that hide in the parking lots, for the ones that drag your routes or make excuses instead of improvements. I scream, change the culture. That starts with you as well. This isn't about loyalty to management. No. This is about loyalty to the place that pays my bills. An institution that's 250 years old as of a week ago, right? To the uniform, to the people that depend on the mail on a consistent basis. I fight for my people that put their best foot forward. I don't fight for lazy people. I don't. There's a difference between being tired, burned out, and lazy. When you give your best effort, do you quit? Do you quit when you give your best effort? Because if that was the case, this whole country would be in shit. Kind of is, right? Bad example. You're saying you're overworked. Then you need to fight to fix it. But don't torch the whole building and then cry about the heat. That's a good analogy. I like that. Y'all got to understand that the reason my perspective matters, you want to speak on this, you never walked the route argument, right? That's what you want to. First off, y'all already know. And Saf Boogie always says that he's going to say his sister was kids are carriers. So you don't think that they talk to me? No, they're built different. You know why they're built different? Not saying they're great, but they're built different because they know what they want. They don't have privilege. They have the same exact problems as everybody else. Do they get tired? Yes. Have they called out? Absolutely. But they don't collectively plan on a call out. Listen, I hauled your mail to your stations. I've heard all the complaints. I saw the dysfunction. I see it. You don't have to be a surgeon to know if a hospital is dirty, right? You can walk into a hospital and say, man, this place is filthy. And guess what? Sometimes it takes an outsider to say what you insiders will not. I'm not in your clique. I'm not scared of your union drama. I don't owe anybody silence. Get that in your head. My perspective isn't just valid. It is valuable because I'm looking at the craft with clear eyes and no filters. You knew that when you clicked on my channel. You wanted a filter, you should have went to the other people that stroke your egos. If the shoe fits, wear it. South Boogie, my West Indian brother. If it can fit, let them wear it. But don't get mad at me for describing it. You know what I'm saying? You can stay offended if that's your vibe. But I'll stay over here speaking my truth, I guess. And again, there is a number for the feelings police. It's called 1-800-NO-TRUTH. But I'm going to keep talking loud and clear and unbothered because I'm not here to protect your feelings. I'm here to protect those, to speak up for those, to put the information out there to those that want a better future. And right now, it seems like the carrier craft is cracking from the inside. And too many of y'all are handing management a sledgehammer to destroy y'all. You just like, hey, you know what? Let me give them the firepower. Let me just give them the ammo. Fix it. Or get out the way. I've been carrying 11 years, man. Well, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China? The structure at this place is different. I saw a comment. Person said, you knew what the pay was when you got here. You did. That's what the comment says. And somebody got really offended by that. But I knew what the pay was when I walked in the door. I didn't like it, but I stuck around. Again, it is truth. It is truth. You knew what the pay was. You didn't realize the fuckery that came with the pay, right? Yeah, I know. Y'all ain't gotta like me. But all I hear is talk, and I don't sweat that. Y'all ain't gotta respect me either, and I respect that. But when it comes down to craft workers fighting against management, it's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle because if I sit here and try to go to bat for somebody, I say, man, this person's a good person, is a good person, and you're not a good person, you just call out all the time, you don't want Jay to go to bat for you. You want a union rep to go to bat for you because those are the ones that protect those that are useless. I'm fighting for the whole thing, for all the workers. If you want to just latch on and ride, that's cool, but I can't fight for you directly. I can't speak for you directly. I can't identify with you directly. I just can't. Just can't. You can call this my vent session. You can call it whatever the hell you want. Because there's one thing about this. It's my channel. What I speak about is my opinion. I don't speak on behalf of the post office. I speak on how I feel. And I am allowed to do that because this is America. We have that privilege. And you feel free to speak on yours because you see your comments are still in the comment section. Speak your piece. This is JH. And I'm out.
All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.